Okay, the moment I've been waiting for quite a while. I had to go home to Doncaster to get this one. Excuse me if I'm out of breath, but I ran to the car and back. This is a first, I'm sure, for YouTube and for the world watching this video. This is the first original Vent Axia Silent 6. Now the Silent 6 was invented by the guy who founded Vent Axia in 1936, and his name was Joe Extractor or something. Extractor. Can't remember how you pronounce his last name properly. Basically, it's a Vent Axia Silent 6 stale air extractor in original box. This is the most amazing thing for fan collectors all around the world, because this really defined the UK as the first time that an electrically operated window fan was used in domestic instances. Comes in its original box. This is a 1936 box. It smells fantastic. It smells original. It even got fragile open this end. The only other example of this one that I know in existence in this condition is in the London Science Museum, and it's just absolutely fantastic to own this fan. And here we have the Silent 6. I mean, look at the quality of that. It's a two-piece Bakelite 6-inch extractor fan. See the blades down there because it's light because it's dark outside. You've got the Vent Axia cap on here. And it says Vent Axia registered design and other patents pending, registered trademark. You've got the motor chassis number at the top. If you could just make out that plaque there. Obviously, again, sorry for the poor light, but we are dark outside today. These were made in 1936. The guy had an idea for a permanent ventilation to basically extract fumes from the kitchen. It was meant to be run all the time. It was meant to be run continuously. The two-prong plug at the bottom here, which we've got in the bottom of the box, which I've neatly wired up, basically meant to plug into the light bulb, the light socket, and was meant to be run continuously, because you'll notice that this hasn't actually got any shutters on it. And it was basically, if the fan turned off, there was a lot of backdraft shutters, which obviously then led to the later development of the Vent Axia X-Type, which superseded this model in the 1940s, which had the shutters on the fan, which had the two pull cords and an Irish shutter. So if I can just take this apart, excuse me a second, because it's quite difficult to do this one-handed. It comes in two parts. As you can see, this is the motor part, and you've still got on the side of the motor at the top there the nut at the top for oiling, and as we'll get onto in a minute, it's got the original warranty card and instructions for that. You've got brown Bakelite blades. These have never seen the light of day. This is in absolutely pristine condition. I've never seen anything so amazing in terms of fan technology before. As I say, I've waited till I've gone back to Doncaster to pick this one up because it's been a while, and I have promised people online to show them this. This is why it's going to be a long video. This, as you can see, the brown Bakelite blades spin in one direction. It was a one single speed fan, again, designed to run continuously. See it more in the light there, that's better. And then the cowling at the other side, designed to fit through windows, and obviously for prevailing weather conditions. They do recommend in the instructions that you can take the cowl off, but that attracted a lot of birds, and so obviously the design was that the cowling was put for large obstructions such as birds or anything like that. It wasn't actually originally for backdraft. No one actually thought of that in 1936, but again, running continuously, the thought was, well, if it's continuously extracting the air, then obviously there's no air that's going to come back into the fan. Only when it was switched off did they realise that they had the problems, because people didn't want to run them all the time for electric purposes. Two-core wire there, obviously from the two-prong connector, live and neutral. No earth in those days, oh no. Vent Axia on the front. That cap unscrews, and there's another oiling port on the top there. I'll just put this back together. Now, how I found this was on eBay actually, and it was sold from a Bakelite collector, not an Extractor fan enthusiast. It was a Bakelite collector that had this, and I just couldn't believe my eyes on it. I had to get this. I mean, it was just, you know, if there was one fan in the world that I had to have, it was this, which is the first of its kind. You'll see here, it's got the original guarantee card by Vent Axia, size 6, and it's got the motor number, the guarantee, it's 230 volts AC. You won't be able to see that as well, but obviously has the return slip to Vent Axia Limited, 9 Victoria Street, London, SW1. Obviously when the time when they didn't have extra long postcodes, and it says Vent Axia there, and it basically just gives you the warranty card, but that's fantastic alone. But then we come to the instructions, and it's actually got the original fitting instructions with it. Fitting instructions for Vent Axia ventilation units, and Silent 6, and it gives you all the instructions about where to oil it, how to install it into the window, and if you look inside, it's obviously got the diagrams of the larger Silent 9 and the what they call the Industrial 12, which was the bigger models. So you had the 6, the 7, the 6, the 7.5, the 9, and then the 12-inch extractor unit. And I've also laid out the the diagram for the control that is with the Industrial 9 or the Industrial 12. Obviously this one is a single speed extractor, but this one is designed to run with the larger ones were designed to run with a controller, which it's obviously altered the speed, which I have got as well, which I can show you at a later date on a different video. And you'll notice down here it says the telephone, it says Tel Putney 7742, 4 lines. So in that, obviously in 1936, 1940, that was a most amazing thing that they had 4 lines of telephone communication with Vent Axia. But yeah, I mean this thing, obviously the joy was getting it. The other joy was the fact that when I decided to wire this up and plug it in, the most amazing thing is that this unit still works. It's very silent, as the name suggests. I shall just pull it on the floor and demonstrate how silent the Silent 6 is. That's it. That's all there is to it. And basically, you would have that in the window and let it run. Minimal noise from the outboard. Obviously, it is, 50 years old. I think that's my math calculations working out right. So obviously the output. Obviously the motor may be squeaky slightly. I have actually dropped a couple of bits of oil into the screw caps for demonstration. But as you can hear, it is silent. It's fantastic. To say the example of this fan actually still works today is a testament to Vent Axia, and is a testament to things that were made in the past that were built to last. So there we have it, guys. The very, very first original Vent Axia Silent 6. I look forward to listening to all your comments about this one, because it's quite an exciting one for me, and I'll post you videos of other fans that I've got in my collection. Again, thanks for watching. See you soon, guys.